What's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing? How are you doing? It is Friday Eve. What's up, guys? Oh, I feel like every first alert weather has to start with the pollen lately because it's still incredibly high, but we're going to see a ton of rain. Also, we got to talk about the crazy amount of tornadoes that went through the Midwest yesterday and when we could see our next round of severe weather. Oh, and when the bottom drops out and temperatures drop by 30 degrees. Okay? That'll help the pollen next week for sure. Okay, 5382, that's the count today. That's down about 2,000 from yesterday. It's still really high. Okay? It's still really high. Tree pollen, obviously oak and birch pollen. That is the pollen that coats everything. It's the pollen you can see. But the ones that are the worst are grass pollen, which just makes everything itchy. And the mold pollen can make you extremely stuffy. Mold pollen's at extreme levels again today. It's humid. Guys, it feels like summer outside. Incredible. Okay, here's the good news. We haven't seen, in the whole entire month of March, okay, we got 3 inches of rain. We haven't seen over an inch of rain since March 11th. Okay, that's more than 3 weeks since we've had a nice washout. That's why the pollen is so high. I got news for you. We are going to see a really nice washout this weekend. Between Sunday morning and midday Monday, we're looking at about 1.5 inches to over 2.5 inches of rain. Again, that's more rain than we've received in the last 3 weeks. That is certainly going to help with the pollen, and so will the cooler temperatures that are on the way next week. Most of that rain will fall on Sunday, but some of it will linger overnight into Monday. Your Monday morning commute could be pretty wet, especially south of the city, okay? This is a look at our current radar. We are under high pressure, and that is keeping us dry. But all of those storms are around the fringe, the outer edges of this high pressure. And man, from Arkansas through Missouri up into the Tennessee Valley, they are getting absolutely raked day after day with tornadoes. This is the tornado reports yesterday. Crazy. Significant tornadoes. There was at one point, I think, there was like 14 tornado warnings out at the same time from Memphis up through Illinois. These are not confirmed tornadoes, but most of those little icons you see will probably end up being confirmed tornadoes. So just a really bad severe weather outlook in the same area. This is the tornado risk again today. From Nashville to Memphis through Little Rock, same area in that hatched area, that is a high 10% chance of a tornado. And when you see that hatched area, that means long track EF2 or greater tornadoes. And they're going to see that tomorrow as well and Saturday. It's not until Sunday that storm system reaches us. Our high pressure will break down and the cold front will be able to push through. Until we get there, we're in the warm sector of this entire system, which just means it's going to be muggy, it's going to feel like summer, and it's going to be warm. 86 degrees today. The average high is 71. Our record high is, I believe, 87. So we're only a degree away from that record high. And tomorrow, we're likely to break the previous record high of 85. Actually, I think we totally will. Saturday, we could break the previous record high. So it's going to stay really warm. If you love summer, you're going to love the next few days. But then you can see after the rain moves out, it will be 25 degrees cooler next Monday. Do not pack away the jackets yet. You're going to need them next week, okay? So I've increased the first alert weather day on Sunday from a moderate risk or from a moderate impact to a high impact. The reason why, it looks like the rain's going to arrive earlier than we previously thought. Yesterday, if you watched the first alert weather cut in, I told you that I thought the storms were going to arrive in the later afternoon, early evening. It now looks like they're going to arrive right in the middle of the afternoon for northeast Georgia, even as early as Sunday morning. And then it just looks like it's going to rain pretty much all day. Okay, that could change. We're still 4 days out. But right now, I think it's going to be a high impact. It just looks like a pretty messy day with isolated severe storms. So look at Saturday. Oh, my God. The same area that I just showed you with all the tornadoes are still getting raked. I mean, and guys, also flash flooding is going to become a concern there. Let's just put some prayers up for our friends to the west, okay? So the high pressure that we're under finally breaks down Saturday night, and that allows the cold front to arrive. So stopping the clock for you, 11 a.m. Sunday, you can see North Georgia, the mountains, Rome, already seeing that rain. Metro Atlanta is still dry around 11, but it looks like it moves in around 1, 2 p.m. And by 5 p.m., most of our area will be seeing rain and storms. The severe threat is not significant, but we're in the middle of April, which means anytime a storm system comes through, there is going to be enough energy for severe weather pretty much. So we'll be watching that closely. Like I said, that rain likely to linger overnight through your Monday morning commute, especially south of the city, East Georgia as well. Likely to see heavy rain lasting through about 9, 10 a.m. on Monday. All right. Here's the severe risk at this point. The Storm Prediction Center has Metro Atlanta and areas south under a moderate risk for severe weather. From what I've looked at, I see only instability that could support tornadoes down towards central Georgia. Griffin, Eatonton, LaGrange. We'll have to watch that. That could change. I do think there's a lower risk for severe weather than the last system we saw that came through last Sunday into Monday. I guess this was technically Monday, that brought 3 tornadoes touchdown. It looks like a lower severe threat than what we saw Monday, but we're going to be watching. But this cold front is strong, y'all. After it moves out, it's going to suck in Canadian air, and it's going to get chilly. Chilly. I'm talking not 15 to 20 degrees below average, but right now we're 15 degrees above average. So up to 30 degrees cooler on Monday than it is on Saturday. 88 degrees on Saturday, 63 on Monday. Some areas won't even make it out of, like Rome. Rome could hit 90 on Saturday, and then we'll probably be in the upper 50s on Monday. That's more than 30 degrees. So it is going to come as a little bit of a shock, which is why we're telling you, prepare for it. Prepare for it now, okay? I do also see the potential. Next Wednesday, see the 7-day forecast, 38 degrees. West Georgia, North Georgia could almost touch the freezing mark next Wednesday. And then just beyond the 7-day forecast, I'm watching the potential for a cutoff low, which is basically a big low pressure system that extends through the entire atmosphere. And when we get those cutoff lows, it brings us additional rain, and it's usually brings us cool weather. That could move in Thursday, Friday, which could reinforce the cool air. There is the potential that we don't make it out of the 50s Thursday and Friday, something we're going to be watching very closely. But just know this warm weather, this humid summer-like weather we're experiencing this week, not going to last. Next week will feel like a completely different season. As opposed to feeling like summer, it will feel like early spring, maybe even late winter, okay? Okay, guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I am so excited for tomorrow. We have so much coverage of the Braves home opener. I will be live at Truist Park starting at 5 a.m. all the way through the noon show. We would love for you guys to tune in and join us. Me and Blooper are going to be messing around. I'm going to show you all the new things that the park has to offer this year. We're excited for home baseball. I know the Braves have not been doing great, but guess what the record is at Truist Park? It's 0-0, and starting tomorrow, it will be 1-0, all right? You heard it here. Breaking news. First alert, the Braves going to win tomorrow. All right, y'all. See you bright and early, 5 a.m. on Atlanta News First. Have a great day.